this episode, we dial it back and visit with Jay Lane and Sam Grisman when they first met backstage in the green room at the Sweetwater Music Hall before its 50th anniversary show.
This is an absolute honor, man. It's like stepping into a really great band and getting to play with a legendary figure who I've never met. You know, I've never met Bobby. I've never encountered him in the wild, and I love his music, and he's just always been a mystery to me just because I've met so many of these cats and grew up around Jerry, and he's the other one, you know?
Yeah,
so,
right.
Dude, but your timing, you got the timing, I guess, from your dad.
Give him the mic.
You know, the timing, the timing in your playing is, as a drummer, that's what I key in on bass players, you know.
Welcome to Only in the Green Room.
When I first met Bob Weir, the reason why he wanted me on this gig, because I didn't really know anything about this kind of music. I came from left field with this shit, really. I was like into jazz and funk and a little bit of rock, but I didn't really know anything about the Grateful Dead. Nothing, literally nothing. And he was like, perfect. You're perfect.
Clean slate.
Yeah, so... One of the first couple gigs we did was at the old Sweetwater. It was just a trio with Rob. Is it recording?
Yeah. Yep. We're always checking.
Rob Wasserman and myself and Bob, and there might have been a few more people on that gig. I can't remember, but it was packed. It was a old Sweetwater Club, and Jeannie ran it, and it was really packed. And I'll admit, so they said we're going to do this song called Gloria. I did not know that song Gloria. In fact, the only Gloria song I knew was this R&B song that went Gloria. Da, da, da. I forget, but it was like an R&B song. I didn't know Gloria. Gloria. I had never heard that song in my life. Maybe I heard it somewhere when I was a kid, but I didn't know what the fuck. I was like, what song
They were
is this?
playing that in jazz classes?
No, that's the thing. I just didn't know. I was just, how is this is amazing. It's this, not only the band, but the entire audience, this entire club is singing this song. I've never heard this shit in my life. You know, it was just
psychedelic. Did you think it was a Grateful Dead song in that moment?
No, I didn't know what it was. I really didn't know because we didn't do any Grateful Dead songs back then. When it was when I started playing with Bob,
It was all
he was still doing the Grateful Dead was still together. So when he played with Rob Wasserman, they were playing like Walkin' Blues. They played Fever, Eternity. I guess
Was that like the duo or something?
Yeah, the duo. They had been going since like 1988, and then I came in like '93, and then they didn't. I think we did Cassidy and Throwing Stones were the only Grateful Dead songs we did. And
what were you guys called? This was not RatDog.
It was called Scaring the Children.
Oh, that's right.
And then it became the RatDog. We did one gig as the RatDog Review, and then we did a small tour. And 3 days into the tour, Jerry died, and then it was just like okay, and then we just kept on going. You know, it was like Bob's coping mechanism.
That was right. Yeah, he does say that.
Road ever since.
Yeah. So
it's kind of true, Sam.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Samuel. I'm going to call you Samuel now. Get very formal.
No, that's actually not even my name.
Oh, what is your name?
Samson.
Oh, well then I'm not going to call you Samuel at all. Samson.
I would let you do it, but my dad wouldn't stand for it.
No, he would not, and I would be. That'd be my ass.
Samuel.
Let me just say, this is my new favorite bass player right here, Samson right here. My new fucking bass player. We haven't even played a gig, one gig together. We just played a sound check.
Have shifted a couple shades lighter, and as we tip our toes down the tightrope.
Oh my god!
Just like that.
Just like breathe.
Wow.
Or something.
Well, I guess I could use Samson and Delilah to remember your name correctly. That would be a good.
Yeah, that'll work.
A good move right on my part.
For deadheads and.
All right. So we don't ask people this much, but how old are you?
I'm about to turn 33.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Actually, the day before my 33rd birthday, I'm playing at the Sweetwater.
Oh, that's
with my
badass.
band.
Oh, we're gonna have a
So
party.
here's the thing. I was
We're
gonna
have a party.
You know, you guys know Matt
33.
Jaffe, right? I was gonna. You guys know Matt Jaffe?
Yeah, but he's even younger than I am.
He's younger
by quite a bit.
And the reason I bring him by quite a bit, and the reason I bring it up, I thought, well, I'm not going to ask him about the old Sweetwater, and
Right.
he played there.
No fucking way.
Fucking
Did?
guy played
When he was
there
10?
When he was 10. He was like 10 or 11.
I never had a full gig there. I sat in with some folks there. My dad would kind of sneak me down there whenever he had friends in the area who were playing there, and that's usually where they would be playing. So a lot of bluegrass musicians I saw for the first time down at the Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Are you one of the kids that like were stealing drugs from down in the green room?
No. I didn't have to go to the green room.
Yeah, that's true.
Just to his dad's bedroom. And
But this was before I was, into that kind of shit.
right.
Right.
And you're not that you're into it now. That's only Jay.
Is weed a drug?
You know, a friend of mine's, a
Grab
couple
the
of friend
mic.
of mine's were children of San Francisco jazz musicians, and my one buddy Al Marshall, his dad was Eddie Marshall, passed away, and he played a lot with. He was a house drummer at Keystone Corner in San Francisco for many years. He played with Bobby Hutcherson, the vibraphonist, and among others, and such a heavy drummer, but God, why? Oh my God! What were we talking about right before that?
Oh,
Sweetwater?
We were talking about the Sweetwater. We're talking about kids stealing
Oh yeah,
drugs.
kids doing drugs.
Yeah.
So anyway, at the Keystone Corner, right? Imagine in the '70s, Keystone Corner. Imagine the drugs backstage there, right?
Yeah.
So Al was a little. I don't know. He's 5 years old or something. Somehow he ate a whole table of drugs, like he ate a shitload of acid. Like, he just ate all these drugs. I don't know, as a little kid, maybe he just saw that's what they were all coveting backstage. And then they went on stage, they leave him backstage, and he ends up gobbling all these drugs.
What?
And he remembers this as a kid, and it's just like, I think they had to babysit him through it or whatever. But he's very interesting. My buddy is really interesting cat. Like, he's really one of the most optimistic people I've ever met. And maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe
That's true. Maybe they should
it's just like,
rethink
it really
everything.
opened up his mind at a young age,
Yeah, so Samson. Okay.
Yeah, I just remember the music expanding my consciousness at that
Thank you,
age.
Samson, for bringing
Thank
it
you
back to the clean family show that this isn't. So, all right. So tell us. So you played a couple of gigs there that you remember.
I mean, mostly just sitting in with folks. Like, I remember Herb Peterson came to town with maybe like John Jorgensen and some other kind of ringer, established road musicians who kind of played bluegrass for fun. I remember those cats came to the Sweetwater maybe in like 2001 or 2000, somewhere around there. But I remember going to shows there when I was, 8 to 12. Something like that.
Like when your dad was playing?
I don't
necessarily.
remember my dad really ever playing the Sweetwater. I remember my dad rekindling his musical friendship with Jerry just I wasn't even alive yet, but I just remember that story.
Right.
The story of that.
Right, they
being
were
at John
estranged.
Goddard's Christmas party
Exactly.
Yeah.
at the Sweetwater.
89.
So
yeah, they were
there-
sort of estranged for a while, right? Or something, or whatever that
well,
word
yeah,
means.
there was some bread stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about here? Besides the sound check tonight with Jay, what's your experience playing at this new venue?
This new venue, I've played a few gigs here with some friends. I can't remember the last gig I played here. But when I was booking my first tour for my project, I figured a hometown show would be awesome, and no better place to do it than the Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Right on, yeah. And so what about tonight? How does it feel to be part of this thing tonight?
This is an absolute honor, man. It's like stepping into a really great band and getting to play with a legendary figure who I've never met. I've never met Bobby. I've never encountered him in the wild, and I love his music, and he's just always been a mystery to me just because I've met so many of these cats and grew up around Jerry, and he's the other one,
Yeah,
So
right.
Dude, but your timing, you got the timing, I guess, from your dad.
Give him the mic.
The timing, the timing in your playing is, as a drummer, that's what I key in on bass players. The more you can fucking, because a lot of times, so here's the thing. So a lot of times, a lot of drummers, it's like right, a lot of 16th notes, right? They're defining the whole feel of the groove, or it's they're really defining. But I know Kreutzmann doesn't do that. He goes and he'll do fills that are 16 notes, but that's that real Grateful Dead sound where it's like, and I actually like that more, where it's like you're doing the 8th notes, like, and then leaving it to the other instruments to go, the little pulsing that. So it's not the drummer defining the whole thing. It's just like that music pipe pokes through, and the drums just kind of keep it on the beat. But because when the drummer's going, you don't really hear the other instruments do it. Right. And that's what I love about your playing is you're doing that. Like I'm leaving the holes. The worst thing that happens sometimes is when I don't do the and I'm just. And then people play less rhythm than that. It's just like that happens sometimes. But anyway, it's really nice.
That's I'm gonna be looking for that too.
Yeah, we listen to
Thanks,
that.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I it's probably just from my dad making me cry so much as a kid, telling me I was rushing or dragging. But I'm trying to, listen enough and leave enough space for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, Samson,
not
you
play
are,
too much.
you had a little cup of coffee or two at the old one. You played a few here, but let me tell you something. You're part of a legacy now. Yeah. I mean,
I'm honored, man.
You're playing here tonight.
Yeah.
Part of the legacy of Sweetwater, and your family, yourself,
Jack
etc.
Elliott.
But yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for being here and being.
Thanks
part
for
of
having me.
And I
Thanks for
gotta
dragging me in here, Jay.
Yeah, I want to ask Jay one quick question about Rob Wasserman, because we just did the benefit the other night for Music Heals International, and thank you for joining us.
I would not be here were it not for Rob Wasserman. Let me just make that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
I met him through a little thing we did, a little side gig, a little recording session I did with Les Claypool. Claypool called me up because they were looking for a drummer. It was just going to be him and Rob Wasserman recording, and they brought me. I met Rob that day, and he goes, "Hey, I got this other session up at Bob Weir's house. You want to come do that?" I was like, "Wow!" All of a sudden, I got sessions, killer, and that was like 1994. Wow. And it's just like here I am still.
And
like
you are, and apparently you've learned that Grateful Dead music, huh?
It took a while.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
Jerry's part
of
Jackstraw now, man.
Yeah. I got to really liking it, man.
Are you guys playing Cassidy or Jackstraw tonight?
I haven't looked at the set list.
You haven't?
In fact, I don't like to look at the set list. I like to be surprised, just like you guys. I like to.
Cool.
Ooh, what's the next song?
Yeah, boom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't really like the whole set list thing.
No, me either. That ruins it. It ruins it for the audience.
Because then you're expecting something,
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or you could look at the set list and go, "Oh, this is gonna suck," and then you have your mind made up that it's sucking while it's killing.
That's totally
And
true.
we all know that any song, any night can be different, and so
Yeah.
right on. Hey
Okay, you guys, thanks so much.
cheers. Thanks a lot. Part of the legacy.
Later night.
You guys rock. Thank you.
One word in defense of the set list.
Yes, go for it. Okay, go
Our
ahead.
buddy Matt Bush is doing a tremendous job of putting these tunes together.
Yes,
And he writes some amazing set lists. So I'm grateful for that cat because
Shout out.
he let me know what I should be shedding for these dudes.
Oh yeah, that's good.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear the
That's
two of you
deep
guys do
catalog.
your thing. Yeah.
Totally.
Right on.
It's like of all the 200 songs you could have learned the wrong.
Well, I put that on myself because when he called me for the gig, he asked me what Dead, Dylan, and sort of Bobby adjacent stuff I knew.
Oh, good.
And I just pulled up Setlist FM and I started making this list. And by the time I was done with the list, it was almost it was 150 tunes or something like that.
Yeah, none of them will be on it.
Yeah.
Well, no.
No?
Oh,
Some of them are.
He knows.
Yeah.
Right on,
All
guys.
right, you guys, thanks
Cheers,
so
man.
much.
Thanks a lot.
Have
Thanks for your
fun.
time.
Thanks for joining us backstage. For more exclusive moments, check out Only in the Green Room on YouTube and all streaming platforms,